You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Coming up, the latest on those deadly California wildfires. The death toll rising to 77, 1,300 people now missing.
Plus, we'll tell you what investigators believe may have led to the death of a passenger on board a cruise ship leaving from Fort Lauderdale.
And we'll tell you how local students are using their skills to turn old shipping crates into homes. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. Interesting concept there, homes. No windows, locks on the outside.
I wonder if they'll create windows. I don't know how that'll work. I don't know what they'll look like
Very
when
creative.
it's finished.
Good morning, 6 o'clock, second hour now. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jess Daldrick. Let's head over to Josh Stone, who's in for John Scalzi. And Josh is getting quite the workout this morning, running back and forth across the studio.
I am. I got to get the blood flowing, you know. It's Monday morning. Got to stay awake. Get ready for the short work week, as of course Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Right now we're walking out of beautiful conditions right now, 67 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. This is actually going to be the trend today with a cloud cover in our forecast. Wind out of the northeast at 6 miles per hour. Not much of a wind, but everywhere you go around the Suncoast on this Monday morning, mid to upper 60s at this time. Radar is quiet, and there's a little moisture above us with cloudy skies in our forecast. Mild conditions today, upper 70s for highs, lower 80s inland. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Josh. 6:01 right now. Let's check the maps. We'll go to Manatee County. Some buildup there on 14th Street West. Not too much as you cross over 53rd, also known as State Road 70. Farther south, some congestion there on Bee Ridge in the eastbound lane between Honore and Cattleman. And then our final map to the south, just some small delays in both directions between South Venice and Northport on US 41. Right now, the latest on those deadly California wildfires. The death toll now at 77. Nearly 1,300 people are still missing.
ABC's Marcus Moore explains what crews are doing to fight the massive campfire, which officials predict isn't even halfway done burning.
More than a week after the deadly campfire ravaged parts of Northern California, the desperate search continues for those still missing.
I would ask that people make every diligent effort to reach out to their friends and family and let them know they're okay. And then also check with us and let us know that they're okay so that we can devote our resources to locating people who haven't yet been accounted for.
The president visiting the devastated area Saturday.
We do have to do management, maintenance, and we'll be working also with environmental groups. They've really, I think everybody's seen the light. Hopefully this is going to be the last of these.
Some still unhappy with the president's earlier criticism of California's forest management.
The reality is we're always going to have wildfires in California. We need to take steps to reduce their frequency, reduce their severity. And yes, forest management is one piece of it, but there are lots of other pieces.
But California's Governor Jerry Brown thanked the president.
And I really appreciate the president himself being here and putting the focus and the spotlight on probably the worst tragedy that California's ever faced.
Thousands displaced near Paradise, a town reduced to ashes. Some evacuees taking refuge in this Walmart parking lot. But there are concerns about the sanitary conditions of these makeshift camps.
We have people in tents sleeping on the ground and it's cold, and they're trying to get people in shelters. Unfortunately, there's not enough shelters.
Crews in hazmat suits now searching for the bodies of victims as firefighters continue to battle the flames. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Chico, California.
And a vigil was held on Sunday for victims in the town of Paradise. The so-called campfire has torn through more than 150,000 acres, 76 dead, 1,300 missing. The most destructive fires in that state's history, and fire officials don't believe the blaze will be fully contained until the end of the month. It's been burning now for 10 days.
Meanwhile, in San Francisco, police say the search is on for a football fan who went missing during a 49ers game last week. It may be taking a grim turn. 32-year-old Army veteran Ian Powers was last seen on surveillance video here, looking down at his cell phone while apparently leaving the game alone last Monday. He had traveled with his girlfriend and her 2 kids from Washington when she says he got up to use the restroom and then never came back. Police say his car was found where he parked it with no signs of foul play, but over the weekend a fisherman found a body in the water near where Powers vanished. Investigators say it's too early to know for sure if it is Powers as coroners work to identify the person and their cause of death.
We're learning new details about a deadly plane crash in Texas involving a World War II airplane. It crashed into a parking lot of an apartment complex, killing both people on board. North American Aviation built the P-51 Mustang back in 1940. The military used it in World War II and the Korean War, but witnesses say the pilot was showing off for children when the crash happened.
She waved at him. She waved at him before he crashed. And he dipped once, and then bam, he hit the parking lot. And it'll probably haunt me for a minute to see something like this.
The National Museum of the Pacific War is actually near the accident site. They posted on Twitter that one of those killed was a veteran. The NTSB and FAA are now investigating what led to the crash.
Happening in Florida, the investigation into what led to the death of a passenger on board a cruise ship leaving from Fort Lauderdale is heating up. The Princess Cruises ship returned to port Sunday, just days after an American woman fell to her death aboard the vessel. The ship was sailing between the islands of Curaçao and Aruba at the time. The reports from the Aruban press say the 52-year-old woman plummeted from one of the upper decks before landing on a lifeboat after struggling with a man who allegedly was choking her.
I was in the elevator and another passenger told me what happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, holy cow. Personally, I was kind of terrified for my safety afterwards.
The FBI is now investigating the case as a possible homicide.
Back here on the Suncoast, an update now on the overcrowding at Venice High School. The Sarasota County School District says it wants more input from parents and other taxpayers first. The options are a separate high school entirely or expand the current facility. The high school is 7% over capacity, and that number is expected to only grow.
You have to look for other ways to hold those kids. We always tell our principals we'll never have anyone sitting in classroom outside, that we'll always have a seat for every student. But where is that seat going to be? Is it in a permanent location like a new classroom wing, or is it going to be in a temporary location like a portable?
So the district says they'll take all the feedback to their December school board meeting where they plan to make a decision.
Students at Bayshore High School are putting their carpentry skills to good use. They're working their magic on these shipping containers and turning them into tiny homes for local families in need. Some of the containers came from as far away as China. Students are using basic tools to refurbish these containers: saws, drills, tape measures. The builders say they have everything a family will need to live comfortably.
Basically, everything in your average sized home has to fit in this small little container. From kitchen to living room to bathroom to bedroom.
I feel like it would be a good thing for this community, also for somebody, help them, provide them a home to live in instead of living on the streets.
The group's goal is to get every homeless student and veteran off the streets and teach more students how to build these refurbished homes.
Happening today in Osprey, the Pineview School will celebrate its 50th anniversary and break ground for a new legacy garden. The garden will celebrate the accomplishment of its current and former students, staff, and faculty. It takes place at the school on Python Path this morning between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pineview is one of the highest ranked public schools in Florida and nationwide.
In consumer news, planning to do a lot of traveling over the next few days? You're not alone, but here's some good news for your bank account. AAA says the average price of regular grade gasoline has dropped 12 cents a gallon over the past 2 weeks, now around $2.72 per gallon nationwide. And if you need to fill up on the Suncoast, the app Gas Buddy says the average price in Sarasota right now is $2.38, with the lowest price listed at $2.22.
AAA wants to remind drivers that it will be offering once again their Tow to Go service, a free confidential ride within a 10-mile radius. It's good for 2 riders. This is if you drink too much over the holidays. The services begin Wednesday and run till Sunday at 6 a.m.
And Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are cracking down on people drinking and driving. Overnight Friday and Saturday, deputies charged 3 people with driving under the influence and handed out 40 traffic tickets. It's just another reminder for drivers that if you are planning to start the Thanksgiving holiday early, make sure to have a designated driver.
And looking ahead, All Faiths Food Bank hopes to pass out a record 7,000 turkeys to families this holiday season, thanks to a $35,000 grant from the Community Foundation of Sarasota County. The food bank will hand out more turkey dinners than it ever has before. The largest distribution is tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Roberts Arena on Fruitville Road in Sarasota. All Faiths also passes out turkeys in Manatee and DeSoto counties as well. Great service.
Yeah, there's a lot of those going on in our community. People have the opportunity to get free meals, which is great.
Still ahead, we'll tell you why 2018 is almost a record year for the Irish rock band U2 and their current world tour.
And coming up at 6:30, we'll tell you why there may be changes coming for short-term renters and their properties in the city of Sarasota.
It is 6:09 on this Monday morning, 19th day of the month. Pretty sky out there right now.
Very warm feeling outside with the warm colors there.
It's like a painting. Let's get the forecast now from the artist himself, Josh Dunn.
Thank you very much. Yeah, mostly cloudy skies in our forecast today. Mild conditions with temperatures climbing into the upper 70s along the coast, lower 80s inland, and there's a very slight possibility of some shower activity. When we come back, we'll break down the forecast for you for this short work week and have the latest on the tropics. Of course, we're still in hurricane season. Anything going on out there, we'll let you know when we return. Stay with us.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
It's a brand given life by craftsmen with seductive Italian styling. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, Stelvio.
Get yours at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
From the moment she walked in the door, we stopped having to go to the pharmacy. Certain prescriptions, my health plan or the pharmacy wasn't even able to get here. And hospice provided them, and all we had to do was call up, and the next thing they know, there was another, a delivery.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Well, look at this beautiful shot. Wow. On this Monday morning, the sun is starting to rise. We have almost a picture-perfect looking morning for us as we look east with a few clouds in the sky. Let's bring it back to our radar and show you that it is quiet on this Monday morning. Not much to show you here. There is a chance for some light sprinkles today, but it's going to be a very slight chance. Right now it's 67 degrees outside, wind about 6 miles per hour coming out of the northeast, and humidity at 90%. So the weather headlines today shows we're going to have mostly cloudy skies with a very slight chance for shower activity later on today. A mild Thanksgiving for us, and then as we get into our Saturday and Sunday, better chance for widespread showers and even some thunderstorms, about a 40% chance of widespread coverage there. Looking at the big picture, well, it's raining here in southeast Texas along a frontal system here all the way through the Ohio River Valley, but also to the north where it's very chilly. We're talking about temperatures up here in the northern plains in the mid-20s, a little bit of moisture involved, and we have snow coming down here in northern Wisconsin and even on the northern edge down here over in central Ohio. But if you are taking off and flying out of SRQ Airport, going to Atlanta, LaGuardia, O'Hare, or Charlotte, no issues with any delays at those airports at this time. So our futurecast shows the clouds kind of hanging around today. So we're calling for partly to mostly cloudy skies. Peaks of sunshine today, but we're going to have, all in all, mostly cloudy skies in our forecast today. Slight chance of shower activity later on this afternoon, and that's really about it. Well, as far as the hurricane season, we're still in officially hurricane season. We've had 15 storms this year. 8 of those 15 have been hurricanes, and 2 of the 8, as you remember, Florence and Michael, have been major hurricanes, Category 4 storms. But the tropics right now are quiet. Nothing to show you here in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, or the Gulf of Mexico, and that's what we like to talk about. And as we wind down to the last day of hurricane season, which happens to be November 30th, in just a few days from now, that's the end of the hurricane season. Nothing shown here on the map, and that's great news for everyone. For the boaters today, northerly winds at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop in the bays. Here's a breakdown of your 7-day outlook. The next several days, mild conditions, upper 70s. That's where we should be for this time of the year anyway. Our average for this time of the year for a high is 78 degrees. Thanksgiving, 77. Mostly sunny skies, looking pretty good there. Black Friday, well, pretty sunny Friday. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Temperature will be 79, but a front will come in by Friday night into Saturday to cloud up the skies, bring us mostly cloudy skies to showers, and even some thunderstorms will get rumbling here. That will linger into Sunday, and then by next Monday, we're calling for mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies once again. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Looks like an ideal Thanksgiving day for us coming up. Now let's take a look at first alert traffic. We begin in Manatee County. Again, your usual delays on State Road 70 if you're heading toward the interstate. Also US 301 if you're heading northbound toward State Road 70. In the northern half of Sarasota County, you're seeing some delays as you exit US 301 and head toward I-75, heading eastbound on Fruitville. Other than that, nothing to report. And in southern Sarasota County, it's all clear right now at 6:17 on your Monday morning. Now you're taking a live look at the Green Bridge this morning that connects, of course, the city of Palmetto to the city of Bradenton. Construction is going on there, cutting southbound traffic down to 1 lane, but just overnight. You can see things are running smoothly right there this morning. That is a very congested bridge as we get later into the morning. A lot of people traveling that direction in the morning, but although the construction will be going on for the next 2 months, it should not impact any daytime traffic for travelers. It's 6:18 in entertainment news. Fantastic Beasts took the top spot at the weekend's box office. And could there be a reboot coming for The Office?
One of my favorite shows of all time, The Office.
Based in Pennsylvania, my home state.
Right. Scranton, right?
Yep.
Christopher Watson has the showbiz rap.
Join me or die.
Johnny Depp joining the Harry Potter universe helped Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald conjure a $62 million first-place debut. A bit less than expected, but not by much.
Pretend bomb!
It's a fourth-place debut for the Mark Wahlberg comedy Instant Family, $14.7 million there. The all-star crime drama Widows, a soft $12.3 million opening, good for fifth. It's Instagram official. Model Hailey Baldwin changed her Instagram handle to Hailey Bieber to confirm her long-speculated September marriage to Justin Bieber. Leaving no doubt, Bieber himself posted a pic of him and Hailey holding hands with the caption, "My wife is awesome."
Do you guys want to see an Office reboot? Is that what's going on?
SNL guest host Steve Carell teased it in his opening monologue with the help of former Office cast members Jenna Fisher, Ed Helms, and Ellie Kemper, but that's as far as it went.
I have huge news.
Netflix has renewed the animated comedy Big Mouth for a third season, and Star Wars actor Adam Driver's 35 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Christopher Watson, ABC News.
Canadian singer Michael Bublé now has his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The 43-year-old Grammy winner praised his family, which has been through some tough times recently. Bublé's son, Noah, received a cancer diagnosis in 2016. But good news, he's 5 years old now and is in remission. His native country, Canada, has its own Walk of Fame too, and he was honored with a star there in 2015.
2018's been a great year for U2. They've been around for 40 years, and this is one of their best years. They're on track for one of the highest grossing tours of the year. It was called Experience Plus Innocence. It wrapped up in Berlin last week. This year they sold nearly 1 million tickets. Total revenue, $126 million.
Must be nice. An actor and humanitarian Gary Sinise is going to Disney World, and he's taking more than 1,700 children of fallen military heroes with him. His foundation's annual Snowball Express is a therapeutic retreat that also includes a concert by Sinise's Lieutenant Dan Band and chances for the children to receive support and create a community together. The Snowball Express arrives in Orlando on December 8th. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, why a teenage race car driver is getting ready to undergo surgery for a spinal fracture after a violent crash.
And next half hour, nearly 2 weeks after the midterm elections, we finally have some winners for you in those contentious races for Senate and governor. Speaking of politics, here's a live look. Oh, look at that painting.
I love it. No snow today.
Oh,
I'm sure it's a chilly morning up there, but no snowfall at this hour.
More news on the way on Good Morning Suncoast.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get more for your money during the Subaru Share the Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. Now lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs, join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
A teenage race car driver is getting ready to undergo surgery for a spinal fracture after a violent crash.
ABC's Eva Pilgrim has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a terrifying crash you have to see to believe. A Formula 3 car hurtling at 170 miles per hour backwards, slamming into a booth on this track in Macau. Behind the wheel, 17-year-old Sophia Flourish, who miraculously survived. Watch again as her airborne car punches through the catch fence, then ricochets off the wall of the structure before crumbling to the ground. The crash sending 5 people to the hospital with serious injuries and causing the remainder of the race to be halted for over an hour. Flourish, remarkably still conscious after the accident, was taken to the hospital and initially diagnosed with a spinal fracture. And we'll have the latest on her condition coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Lean on me.
When you've crossed Fruit of the Loom off your list, you know your holiday shopping is complete. Feel free to celebrate.
Glow to the max. Makeup, now optional.
New Aveeno Max Glow Infusion Drops with kiwi to lock moisture and soy to even skin tone. Unleash dewy, glowing skin from within. New Aveeno Max Glow.
Why let itchy, irritated skin keep you from all the fun this winter? Cortisone 10 works fast to help soothe irritation and relieve itch for 10 full hours, so you can be back in action in no time. Cortisone 10. Feel the heal.
Happy Honda Days are here, and you're gonna like the holiday clearance savings. Save on the Accord, on sale for just $249 a month. That's the North American car of the year for less than the competition. Our most impressive Honda ever, on clearance for only $249 a month, loaded with more options, including a turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing. Do not miss these Honda clearance savings this week at your local Honda dealer.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Experience true automotive luxury at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Coming up nearly 2 weeks later, the midterm elections are over. We'll have the final numbers in those contentious state and governor races.
Plus, local police tracking two very different death investigations, what we know so far.
And we'll tell you why there may be changes coming for short-term renters and their properties in the city of Sarasota. Those stories plus your first alert forecast coming up this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast. Good morning, everyone. It is 6:30. The bad news is it's Monday. The good news is it's a short holiday week for most people.
Oh, that's true. It all kind of winds down on Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be here Thursday morning with Chef Judy in the kitchen doing turkey.
That'll be really exciting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed I'm missing it, but blessed to be home with my family for Thanksgiving.
That is good. Josh Stone is here right now and for John Scholes. Good morning, Josh.
I'll also be joining you on Thursday as well. We'll have a grand old time on Turkey Day. All right, well, we're walking out to very mild conditions in the mid to upper 60s at this hour. Sarasota is 67 degrees. Bradenton is 66 and Venice at 68 right now. One thing for sure, the trend is a theme and we're going to experience throughout the day with mostly cloudy skies. Our radar will remain quiet, but as you can see, our highs today will be very nice, mild, and average for this time of the year, topping out the upper 70s along the coast, in the lower 80s inland. Back to you.
All right, talk to you again soon. 6:31 right now, checking the maps. Some buildup now in Manatee County, 301 northbound. You'll see some traffic there. Also, State Road 70 eastbound as you cross over Lockwood Ridge Road. Let's go farther south now. Here's the scene in the northern half of Sarasota County. Fruitville Road east of the interstate in the westbound lane, otherwise pretty clear. And then our final map to the south, not much to report as of 6:31 on this Monday morning. Well, the results are in after a complicated election recount. Over the weekend, both Bill Nelson and Andrew Gillum have conceded to their respective opponents.
Complicated to say the least. Our Marla Spence joins us now live in the studio with the latest. Marla.
Well, Justin Ray, after a controversial election recount, we finally have a new governor and U.S. Senate-elect. The state's recount came to an end yesterday with the deadline for the manual recount. Now in the U.S. Senate race between Democratic incumbent Bill Nelson and Republican Governor Rick Scott, the results of the recount show Scott with a lead of more than 10,000 votes in the race for Florida's next governor. Tallahassee Mayor and Democratic candidate Andrew Gillum officially conceded to his Republican opponent, former Congressman Ron DeSantis, and results in machine recounts show DeSantis beat Gillum by just under 34,000 votes. Now in the margin in that race, not large enough to require a hand recount, both Nelson and Gillum made their announcements publicly this weekend.
I was not victorious in this race, but I still wish to strongly reaffirm the cause for which we fought, a public office.
RJ and I wanted to take a moment to congratulate Mr. DeSantis on becoming the next governor of the great state of Florida.
And DeSantis responded on Twitter, calling the race a hard-fought campaign and calling on Florida to come together. President Trump also took to Twitter, congratulating Gillum on having a tough and competitive race. Trump also tweeting, Gillum will be a strong Democrat warrior long into the future. Ray and Jess.
Thank you, Marla. We're also tracking the closest race of all. The election for Agriculture Commissioner. Democrat Nikki Fried has appeared to defeat Republican Matt Caldwell. She won by less than 7,000 votes. Now, if the results are indeed certified tomorrow, Fried will replace Republican Adam Putnam, who ran and lost for governor.
Developing overnight, Broward County Supervisor of Elections Brenda Snipes is stepping down. Her resignation announcement came just hours after the county certified manual recounts on Sunday. Snipes worked as Broward's elections leader for nearly 20 years. Her office faced criticism in the midterm election after failing to submit machine recount results in time last week. Snipes admitted over the weekend that her office misplaced more than 2,000 ballots during the recounts. She said it had no impact on the final numbers. It's unclear when her last day with the county will be. For the latest on midterms plus breaking news and your up-to-the-minute First Alert forecast, head over to our app. Of course, you can find it in the App Store under WWSB or My Suncoast.
Right now, we are tracking two very different death investigations on the Suncoast. First off, in Manatee County on 17th Street East in Bradenton, deputies asking for your help to find a man after they found a man dead inside a car on Saturday night. Witnesses tell detectives they heard gunshots, then a car crashed into a ditch outside a home. Inside the car, a man was found shot to death.
Time I thought it was my wife in the garage and something might have fell, so I kind of got up, and then by that time she just hollered at me and said there was a car in our yard.
And this is the second time in a week there's been a death investigation in Manatee County. You might recall earlier in the week, a man's body was found burned along the side of the road in Mayaca City. And now to the south in southern Sarasota County, another death investigation. This one very strange. A woman is now dead after police say her husband pushed her down. They were called to a house on Gran Paradiso about 8:30 Saturday night. That's where they found a 72-year-old woman who was injured after a fall. She was taken to the hospital where she died of her injuries yesterday. At the time of the fall, the woman had been taking care of her ailing 76-year-old husband, but police say he pushed her down while receiving care. He is also taken to the hospital for his health needs as well.
Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock right here on ABC7, we're taking an in-depth look at a brand new method of DNA technology called genetic genealogy. That's analyzing DNA evidence to crack cold cases wide open nationwide, including one right here in Sarasota County. The technology has solved 20 rape and murder cases to date. In just the 6 months it's been used as a tool by law enforcement. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office arresting Luke Fleming earlier this year for the 1999 rape and murder of Deborah Dalzell. Without genetic genealogy, Fleming would still be walking the streets.
It's becoming more and more popular. Of course, every time we solve a case and someone announces, I'm not sure we could have solved this without these new tools, then other agencies start thinking, well, are there cases that we have that have DNA and all we need is that one new piece of information? I mean, these detectives, they never give up on these cases, but when they don't have anything new to work with, there's only so much you can do.
Coming up tonight at 6, I'll break down this new technology, explaining how it works. I'll also show you how DNA technology is evolving to help law enforcement find killers. Make sure you tune in at 6 o'clock tonight for that special report.
We may see changes for short-term rentals in the city of Sarasota. The City Commission will talk today about discussing short-term rentals in residential areas. Current law requires renters to stay at least 7 days. Proponents of a change say it could bring more to the area, put less pressure on hotels, and also help those on fixed incomes, and also more for Airbnbs. Those against the move say it'll allow companies to commercialize quiet neighborhoods.
It's hard enough to enforce what's going on with the short-term rental rules on a one-week basis. Can you imagine on a nightly basis where an Airbnb could come in and basically rent out rooms on a nightly basis, completely, we believe, disrupting the character of our residential neighborhood, not just our neighborhood, but neighborhoods all across Sarasota.
Discussion today at 1:30 at Sarasota City Hall. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll tell you why a new poll shows at least 1 in 4 Americans think the most stressful part of the holidays is the all too familiar seasonal tunes.
And we'll tell you how President Trump says his acting attorney general could limit Robert Mueller's Russia investigation.
6:38 right now on this Monday morning. Peek outside at the beautiful sunrise developing. Some clouds out there as well. Let's get the forecast for the day from Josh Stone in for John Scalzi.
All right, you just said the magic word, clouds, and that's going to be in our forecast for today. We're calling for mostly cloudy skies, few peaks of sunshine, but all in all, mostly cloudy skies in our forecast. And highs will top out around average, upper 70s along the coast, inland, a little bit warmer in the low 80s, and a very slight chance for showers around the area later on today. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. The Ram 1500 has been named to Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years running. Right now, get the all-new 2019 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $26,999, or save big and get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts. Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind Your Meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Find out first at 4 with ABC 7 News at 4. First alert weather, breaking news, live updates, traffic hotspots, all at a new, more convenient time. Find out first at 4, weekdays on ABC 7.
Hey there, welcome back up and at 'em, everyone. It is Monday morning. We have a short work week, and of course the holiday comes our way on Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, and we can celebrate that. And then Black Friday on Friday, and then as we get into the weekend, rain in the forecast. Let's break it down for you. On this Monday morning, nothing to show you up and down the Sun Coast. It is rain-free. Our radar is quiet. We have mostly cloudy skies right now, 67 degrees outside, a northeasterly wind at 6 miles per hour. Here's our headlines for today. Partly to mostly cloudy skies, so peaks of sunshine, but all in all, mostly cloudy skies in our forecast with a slight chance of light showers that may develop later on this afternoon. A mild Thanksgiving's on tap for us, and as we get into the weekend, a cold front's going to come our way to bring us clouds, showers, and even some thunderstorms on Saturday, lingering into Sunday. Now, there is a cold front up to the north, and it is definitely a cold front. We have a little bit moisture up here in the northern plains, so a little moisture with the cold air. Spark snow coming down here in northern Wisconsin. Also, some sleet and snow taking place in central Ohio. That's for them, not for us. We're here in Florida. We're just dealing with mostly cloudy skies in our forecast, and the futurecast does show little sprinkles around the area later on today, but all in all, pretty mild and quiet day. Now, we still are in hurricane season. That's right. It officially ends on November 30th, which, by the way, is our chief meteorologist Bob Harrigan's birthday. Kind of ironic that that happens. But anyway, as you can see, during the month of November, well, the activity winds down. And why? Because the days are shorter, the water gets cooler, and we have more of those potent cold fronts that come down from the north, and that causes wind shear in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And these storms that try to get going, well, they can't survive an upper level wind shear because the tops of those storms get cut off. So we're winding down the hurricane season, thank goodness. We had 2 storms that were pretty strong, Michael and Florence, and kind of an active season for us. But the rest of the tropics right now, the Atlantic, the Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico are quiet at this time. So that's good. Patchy red tide around the area for the boaters. Expect a northerly wind at 10 knots. Sea is 1 to 2 feet with a light chop in the bays. Here's your high of the day, 80 degrees. but along the coast, mostly upper 70s, inland, maybe just a degree or two warmer than this. Our average for a high this time of the year is 78 degrees. But light sprinkles in the forecast, mostly cloudy skies, and winds generally out of the north about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Okay, breaking down the next several days. So mostly cloudy skies for our Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, mostly sunny skies. Of course, Thursday is Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day to you. 77 for our high on Thursday. Friday, much of the same. And then Friday night, a cold front comes our way, comes down from the northwest, clouds up the skies, and then brings us showers, even some thunderstorms on our Saturday. That will linger into our Sunday morning, calling for mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies on Sunday. And then as we get into next Monday, a little more sunshine in our forecast. But all in all, a pretty mild forecast for this short work week and edging into the holiday weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Josh. Taking a look now at First Alert traffic. Begin in Manatee County. You're seeing your usual delays as you come across the bridges from the city of Palmetto to the city of Bradenton, the Green Bridge, and on the DeSoto Bridge, you're seeing some delays as you head northbound toward the city of Palmetto. In the northern half of Sarasota County, you're seeing delays on US 301 as you approach the US 41 interchange going southbound. And in southern Sarasota County, your usual slight delays here and there on US 41 in the Warm Mineral Springs area. But other than that, nothing to report at 6:45 on your Monday morning. Now you're looking live. The sun is up. It's a lot brighter now at the Green Bridge in Bradenton. Construction, of course, is going on there southbound. Overnight, it's down to one lane on the Green Bridge there. Officials say this construction is expected to last for at least 2 months, but it should not impact any daytime traffic. As you can see, things seem to be running pretty smoothly, always pretty congested around this time on that bridge there. In HealthSmart, the holiday season has a way of creeping up on us. 1 minute you're thinking about Thanksgiving, and then you turn on the radio only to hear Christmas music.
A new poll shows at least 1 in every 4 Americans, me more than you, find that music is one of the more stressful part of the holidays. Mental health experts say your reaction to those early holiday music songs has a lot to do with how you feel about the holiday season.
No baby, no baby, no baby, no.
If it starts too soon and people tend to have stress responses to the holidays, it activates those stress responses early to shop, to produce a perfect holiday. If people are prone to that perfectionism, hearing Christmas music too soon can create those associations and ramp up the tension well before anything is really happening.
So what you can do, change the station if you can, or if you're out shopping and want to avoid the music, try bringing earbuds along as well.
And months after it agreed to hold off raising prices following heavy pressure from President Trump, Pfizer now says it will increase the prices of 41 drugs in January. The pharmaceutical giant says the affected medicine represents 10% of their drug portfolio and claims the price hikes will offset by higher rebates and discounts. President Trump has long called for prescription drug prices to be lowered, but Pfizer previously said its agreement to hold off a price hike was only temporary. The White House has yet to comment. Right now, President Trump is preparing to submit his answers to Special Counsel Robert Mueller on the Russia investigation while defending his acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker, even suggesting Whitaker could limit Mueller's investigation.
ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the story.
Counsel Robert Mueller has yet to reveal a timeline, but President Trump says he has completed his written answers for Mueller, telling Fox News he wrote them himself.
Well, not my team. I'm preparing written answers.
The president adding a sit-down interview with Mueller, not likely.
I think we've wasted enough time on this witch hunt, and the answer is probably we're finished.
As for his acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker, who has been a vocal critic of the Russia probe, President Trump says Whitaker has the authority to limit the investigation.
It's going to be up to him.
But you won't overrule him if he decides to curtail.
I would not get involved.
This as Democrat Adam Schiff, likely the next chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, calls Whitaker's appointment unconstitutional.
Constitutionally, it has to be subject to confirmation, and ethically, he should have absolutely nothing to do with the investigation.
In response, President Trump blasted Schiff on Twitter, calling his name an expletive. The president also lashing out at retired Admiral William McRaven, who commanded the raid that killed Osama bin Laden and called the president's attacks on the media the greatest threat to democracy.
He's a Navy SEAL.
Wouldn't it have been nice if we got Osama bin Laden a lot sooner than that?
In a statement, McRaven says he is standing by his comments, adding he admires all presidents who, quote, uphold the dignity of the office. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
President Trump is pushing back against a Washington Post report that claims CIA assessment found that the Saudi crown prince ordered the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The crown prince has been a close ally of President Trump, and if U.S. intelligence agencies find him guilty, it could be a damaging blow to that key relationship. As the president waits for that CIA assessment, he talked about the audio tape of Khashoggi's murder during an interview that aired Sunday on Fox News.
We have the tape. I don't want to hear the tape. No reason for me to hear the tape.
Why don't you want to hear it, sir?
Because it's a suffering tape. It's a terrible tape. I've been fully briefed on it.
President Trump expects the final report from the CIA tomorrow.
Hundreds of migrants from Central America have arrived at the U.S.-Mexican border. Mexico police are now working to guard anti-migrant protests in Tijuana as tensions rise there. With thousands more expected to come soon, Mexico's border cities are concerned how they'll handle the influx. 6:50 right now. We'll come back, have the day's top 7 news headlines before 7 a.m.
But first, we're taking a live look at our nation's capital. See the White House there. This morning, it's a chilly 43 degrees there. We'll be right back with more news and your weather just ahead.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Experience true automotive luxury at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework.
He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his
I
backpack.
can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Welcome back. Here are the top 7 things you need to know before you head out the door at 7 o'clock.
Number 1 is Josh Stone's first alert weather forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Ray and Jess. Here's a look at our short work week forecast as we go through the next few days. Mild conditions, cloudy today, cloudy tomorrow, but we'll have sunshine Wednesday and Thursday for Thanksgiving. The best chance for rain comes our way on Saturday. Back to you.
All right, number 2, first alert traffic. No major issues right now to report on Suncoast roads, so just take it slowly as you head out the door this morning.
Number 3, planning to travel this week for the holidays? You're not alone, but here's some good news for your bank account. AAA says the average price of regular grade gasoline has dropped 12 cents a gallon nationwide over the past 2 weeks. And right now on the Suncoast, the average price in Sarasota is $2.38.
Number 4, 12 days after the election, Senator Bill Nelson has conceded to Rick Scott. Senator-elect Scott won by about 10,000 votes. He'll be replaced by Governor-elect Ron DeSantis in January.
Number 5, 2 death investigations are underway on the Suncoast. The first in Manatee County, where a man was found gunned down in his car on 17th Street East in Bradenton. The second in Northport, where a husband is suspected of pushing down his wife, resulting in her death.
Number 6, later on today, Sarasota City Commissioners will discuss reducing the rules for short-term rentals. That move could make it easier for vacationers to come and go, and also for those who want to rent their homes as Airbnbs.
Finally, number 7, what's trending? Just in time for the holidays, the world-famous FAO Schwarz toy store is back open in a new location at Rockefeller Center. The store was founded in 1862 by German immigrant Frederick August Otto Schwarz, specializing in high-end toys, but the store closed in 2015 due to financial problems. Now under new ownership, the store has returned, and while there are a lot of affordable options, there are still high-end items like a crystal Mercedes toy car. But even if you don't spend a dime, for many, it's the experience that's even better. Have either of you ever been there?
No. Never been.
I've been there. Have you been there?
I have, and they used to have one in Chicago where I grew up, and that was such a joy to go into.
Yeah, they're amazing. I still have a stuffed elephant from
do you really?
when I was younger. Yeah, that I still have.
Collector's item there.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Suncoast.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next. We hope you have a wonderful day.